Scholastic Audio presents Just Be Cool, Jenna Sakai by Debbi Michiko Florence. Read by Sophie Oda.
Jenna! Over here!
Keiko's voice carried. She stood and waved both arms at me. I couldn't miss that. I squared my shoulders, walked over to the bleachers, and climbed to the top. She patted the seat next to her. Just as I sat, Doug leaned toward me. "Dude, what superpower would you have?" "First off," I said, "I'm no dude." Doug shrugged. Keiko nudged me. "They have these ridiculous conversations all the time. It's always better just to humor them." "Ha ha! That's how we get you." Teddy turned to Doug and Connor. "You guys are wrong. Invisibility is totally superior to mind reading." "I'm glad you're here," Keiko said to me. As I took a big bite of my sandwich, I realized I was glad I was here too. "I hear you're coming to our game today," Connor said to me. I nodded as I chewed. "Excellent." Doug clapped once. "Our cheering section has doubled." The guys laughed. They were doofuses, but at least they weren't jerks anymore. All last year, they had tormented me, Keiko, and Audrey. The ridiculous name-calling hadn't bothered me as much as it had Audrey and Keiko, but all the same, this was much better. And I actually found myself looking forward to watching the guys' basketball game. After last period PE, Keiko and I walked to the park. When we got there, I was surprised to see how crowded it was. All 6 courts had players, and there seemed to be official timekeepers. "They have refs?" I asked Keiko. "It's a league organized by the park." Oh. I hadn't realized it was a real thing. I followed Keiko to the benches in front of the court where Connor, Doug, and Teddy were warming up. And then I stopped in my tracks. "What?" Keiko turned to look at me. She saw my face and scanned the crowd. Oh. Elliott was sitting in the 3rd row. I stalked over to him. "What are you doing here?" His eyes grew wide. "What are you doing here?" "I asked you first." Seriously, what was Elliott Oxford doing at a 3-on-3 basketball game at the park? Elliott rolled his eyes and closed the notebook on his lap. "I'm doing my assignment for Ms. Fontes. I'm supposed to be writing about sports, remember? And you're covering a park league? It's not even part of our school." I wanted a new angle. "Every sports article we do is about one of our teams at school." Elliott nodded at the court. "Teddy Chen is in my PE class. He told me about the league. He and the rest of his team go to PV Middle, so it's still school-related. How's your essay coming along?" Gah! Why couldn't he mind his own business? And did he have to cover the league today? He didn't care at all how my essay was coming along. The only thing he cared about was being the best. Or at least being better than me. I swung around without answering and rejoined Keiko, who waited for me on the sidelines. "Do you want to go somewhere else?" she asked. "We don't have to stay." I flopped onto the bench and jiggled my leg. "We're staying." Elliott wasn't going to chase me off. Keiko sat down, watching me. I sighed and turned to her. "I'm okay. Please stop tiptoeing around my feelings. It's starting to annoy me." Hurt flashed across Keiko's face, and for a quick moment I felt bad. But maybe now she'd back off. Soon the game had started, and Keiko was too busy cheering for Connor and the guys to hover over me. I tried hard to pay attention. I usually loved watching basketball, and though it was no Bruins game, it was pretty entertaining. But I was distracted, wondering how Elliott was following the action. We'd watched 2 college games on TV, and he'd been completely bored and confused. He totally didn't get the rules. That had been the last time we'd watched sports together. Mostly we hung out at school in Ms. Fontez's classroom after newspaper club was over. We'd play this silly interview game, kind of like 20 questions. Favorite food? I'd asked early on.